Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. JJ Goddess here. This is just a quick tutorial on how I painted my face as Iron Man to go see the movie Avengers Endgame on opening day. Obviously, guys, where else will you go see it? But now we're just gonna speed through this side because it's really just the makeup side, which is just regular makeup. How I do my makeup every day, except it's just more exaggerated to look like a comic book character. So I'm just gonna speed through that process real quick because no biggie, because you've seen it a million times over. I will leave a what products I use in a description box, just to let you guys know. It's basically the ones I've used in my other ones, but if you want another description on it or the details on what I've used, then just check out the box below, and I'll leave every color and brush maybe that I've used on this tutorial. The setting powder that I am using is the Fenty one in lavender, which I love so much because I knew I was going to be crying in the movie, so I had to set so my makeup wouldn't be runny. But that's what we do when we know we're gonna go see a movie and we're never gonna be crying. You want to use as much setting powder, primer, so you know you're gonna be out all day, because we all know that movie was 3 hours long. So we're just gonna speed through this process real quick, and I'll be back when it's time to be Iron Man. Alright guys, now you see I'm just trying to sculpt out where the mask is going to be on half of my face. You see that I put the red on my eyebrows, which I should not have done. I should have sculpted out where the mask was going to be first before I did that. So you will see I had to go over it with gold, because that's where the gold mask is going to be. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, now I'm just carving out where the mask is going to be. I'm using a water-based red paint. And later you'll see that I switched to cream paints, because like I said, I'm going to the movies. It's going to be watery, teary, and I don't want my makeup to be running down my face. So we're going to do the cream paint from the Flash palette. And that's actually the gold from the Flash palette. And now you see I'm just pressing it in. And we're going to sculpt out the mask first. And as you see, I used a reference picture and seeing that I missed the spot, so I'm going to wipe off that red and gold and go back in with my pencil and draw it in the right way, and then maybe we can start going, you know? As you can see here, that I am going back over that water-based paint with the red cream paint, and I did use a smaller detail brush to do the sharper lines on the mask. We all know Iron Man's mask has sharp lines. This is a MAC setting powder that has gold in it that I really can't use on my face because it's just too much gold. So I figured I'd set the gold cream paint with that, and then set the red with the red eyeshadow from the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette, which all those reds are in it. You'll see that I'll use most of the reds that are in it, the darker ones and the lighter ones. Now we're just going to go over the edges with the darker red, and I'll leave which colors that I use in the description box below. So I think I used about 3 of those reds out of that palette. Now we're going to go back in with our Soft Glam palette by Anastasia, and we're going to use the 3 browns that are in there. So we're going to use the lighter brown to sculpt out where the arches are going to go first, and then we're going with the deeper browns to add more definition to the project. now we're taking a darker red from the Blood Sugar palette to define the lines on the red side, so you can see those creases and arches more defined. So we're just going to go in with a shader brush just to shade it in, because we're going to go in with a deeper color to add more definition. So now we're just shading. Now we're going to take that black from that Anastasia Soft Glam palette to define those lines even more, to make the lines even sharper, even more cut, because we all know Iron Man's mask is straight cut lines. We all know clean cut, so we're trying to do Iron Man justice on our Endgames mask. You do see that I'm wiping off my eyelid, because I did see that Iron Man's eye has white pupils. Like I said, I didn't have a white contact, so we're just gonna wipe off some of that gold and just put in some of that white, some white cream paint at first, and then we're gonna use the cream paint also to add highlights to the mask, and then we're gonna blend it out with some red, and then we're gonna blend it out with gold, so it's not too white, but it's just really adding a highlight. And we're going to use the white from the Jeffree Star palette to set the white cream paint also, so we don't have that smudging everywhere. We're just going to add highlight everywhere. Now we're going to use the Inglot gel liner to add our comic book like strokes, but as you can see, I'm kind of in a hurry, so some of the lines are more thick than I wanted them to, but hey, the movie started in about 45 minutes and I had to hurry. So now we're just going to add our comic book like strokes to make the mask look like it is under our skin as a comic book, because hey, that's where they all started, from comic books, right? Now we're just going to add some highlight to the face. As you see, this cream paint is ridiculously thick, so you'll see I had to blend it out with some eyeshadow, because my god. So we're just going to take a smaller brush to add the white highlights to the mask, because that thicker brush was messing me up. Okay. But now we're just adding our red dots, our red comic book dots. I'm trying to use the back of a brush, but the cream paint was not working, you know, it was ridiculous. So I did what I could, because I didn't have a smaller brush to use, or a smaller, rounder edge of my brush. So I just did what I had to, did what I did. So we're just going to add the red dots all over her face, the other side, not the mask side, because we don't want them on the mask. Now we're adding our wing liner to our eye to make it look more comic book-y. And we're going to draw under our waterline, further under our waterline, to make our eyes look wider like we are in a comic book, and draw on artificial lashes on the bottom, because we are going to put only on one on the top, but we do want our eyes to look bigger, so we're going to draw on our own lashes. And we're going to draw all on our little comic book details all over the face. We're going to do the eyes, the chin, the cheek, the jawline, also the nose, and my Cupid's bow. So we're going to do as many lines as we can to make us look like we are in the comic book. Now this is the Fenty Stunner lip paint. I forgot the name of it, but I will put it in the description bar below. I picked this one because this one actually lasts longer, because like I said, I'm going to be out for a while, so I don't have to keep reapplying, because as you're going to see, we're going to use the black liner to outline the outside of the lip to make it look more pouty, so I won't have to do that when I'm out. So I picked this liner because it does last longer. So shout out to Rihanna, because she is the bomb. And that, so is that lipstick and everything. Setting powder, everything. Then when she comes out with a setting spray, then that would be the bee's knees. But anyway, we're just going to add a few more details in here and there to finish off the look. And then we're almost done to go see this amazing movie that everyone has been waiting for. I haven't watched any trailers, anything, because I wanted to be surprised. And boy, was I surprised. But I won't spoil it if you didn't see it. I won't spoil it for you. But as you know, my favorite character is Iron Man. So who else would I do but Iron Man? I think I got the inspiration from Nikki Tutorials, who her favorite Avengers character is Spider-Man. But mine is Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. all the way. Love him. And I won't, like I said, I won't spoil the movie for you, so I'll just stop. I just painted the fireman fist on my hand, just one hand, just to get the picture. But as you can see, we are done. Hope you guys like it. See you soon.